Gardner Johnson speaks to the media on March 20th.
Seemed like this kind of came together rather quickly.
Also, if you don't watch the Lions media on YouTube, I really recommend you do. They're really entertaining. The Lions ones are always super exciting to your team, and the Lions media is just always goated.
Seemed like this kind of came together rather quickly. Can you just, I guess, explain from your perspective how the Lions became the team for you?
The coaching staff, I'm familiar with them, familiar with the scheme, and the players. I mean, who want to play with a young group of guys that's hungry, showed a lot of grit and fight last year.
It almost sounds like Gardner Johnson looked around the league and realized that Philly had no chance going up against the Lions. And then he went over to the better team. Maybe Gardner knows something. Maybe he knows that Detroit's going to win the Super Bowl next year. Maybe he read the script. So we know he said it. J Gardner Johnson loves Aaron Glenn. Now I know Aaron Glenn got a lot of hate recently, especially last season, at the beginning of last season, and it was pretty bad, but the team was young, and also during the season, Okudah battled with an injury. And it's only his second year in Detroit, so I feel like Aaron Glenn shouldn't have gotten as much hate as he did, but he did deserve a little bit because the defense was playing really bad. But I definitely think Aaron Glenn was overhated. If you don't know the story, the Eagles apparently told the media that Gardner Johnson was going to be a priority in free agency. But then go to Tuesday, the Eagles re-signed James Bradberry and Darius Slay, and apparently there were reports that they weren't going to re-sign Darius Slay, but they ended up re-signing him on Tuesday, and they ended up extending his contract on Wednesday. And also on Wednesday, the Eagles brought back 3 other players. Thursday, Gardner Johnson tweets the disrespect is real. Sunday, Lions sign Gardner Johnson. And apparently Gardner Johnson was offered $24 million over 3 years from the Eagles, and he denied it for an $8 million one-year deal with the Lions.
Obviously, I was on the other side, but just watching from the outside looking in, got a lot of great young talent. I played against it week 1 last year, obviously. They have an identity already established. You know, it took a couple years to get it going, but being here and seeing it, front office, you know, I haven't been around the players yet, but you can see it when you watch it on tape, watch it on TV, watch it on film. I think this place here is somewhere I call like another home almost. Like I'm familiar, I can say familiar with everybody, comfortable, and I'm ready to get going.
Gardner Johnson, thinking back to week 1, was probably like, damn, we gave up a lot of points against them. That'd be a fun team to play on.
Back end is, the game is win and lost to us. No matter what, just in the Super Bowl, you guys seen. Just got to be on one accord, understanding that I can trust my left corner, my right nickel, my left safety, my linebacker. It's all a whole collective effort. And I think for this group here, understanding that the vet presence you're getting from Cam, me, older guys that's 5 years in on this team, like I said, I haven't been long, so I really can't speak on the names, but the veteran presence, winning games, playoff games will rub off. Not just from me, just from guys who've been in the organization. So I think it's just like the stick, the way you perceive the message and get it out. They're young. Everybody's young. I'm young. I'm only 5 years in, but being around the veteran presence, understand helps me how to become a leader. So I think that's what they brought me here for, and I think that's the next step for me. It's not football anymore. It's about being a better person, better teammate for the next person. When I got the chance to go play nickel, I'm going to dominate nickel. I got a chance to go play safety, I'm going to dominate safety. So I think no matter where you put me, it's gonna go on, it's going to go down all game. A little bit better, but that's just on me. I mean, everybody can look from outside looking in, but this team is talented. This team, we could win a division, like possibly win a division. Like this, everybody should feel that way. But when I look at a team coming from where I came from, all the teams I played on, won multiple divisions, been to playoff games, been to the Super Bowl, this team has what it takes to be a divisional. You know what I'm saying? Get there, win the division, get to the playoffs. But it got to start with what's your identity? Who are you? And I think that's going to start when we get back with each other on a mandatory date to kick in.
After J Gardner Johnson signed with the Lions, a report came out that said the Eagles viewed him as a guy that once he got a huge contract How is he gonna behave? And this is the Eagles talking about J Gardner Johnson. And this comment sums it up perfectly because before free agency started, the Eagles reportedly said that Gardner Johnson was going to be a priority. I don't understand how it was continuously reported that the Eagles were making a big push to retain J Gardner Johnson and then turn around and say that they were worried about how he would behave once he got a big contract. Those two narratives do not add up. And then there was Gardner Johnson's tweets. There was 2 tweets that he had that he tweeted, and then he instantly deleted both of them. My guess is that he probably went on Instagram or Twitter and read some hate comment or saw some hate post, and it probably got to him a little bit. And I don't blame him. I can't imagine being in this situation ignoring all the hate of any NFL player. And there's a bunch of comments and threads and posts about all the hate going on between Philadelphia and Gardner Johnson, and to be honest, it's not worth getting into. I'm not going to spend any time on it besides mentioning it because I feel like the whole majority of it is just one thing, and it's that Eagles fans are mad that the Eagles didn't re-sign Gardner Johnson, and Eagles fans say they're not mad, but they're actually mad. Well, maybe I will spend a little time on it because I can't believe what I just read. So it's a tweet with Gardner Johnson's 2 deleted tweets, and it's a comment, and it says, all jokes aside, I'm actually concerned he has something going on upstairs because no grown man acts like that. What did he do that's so crazy? And the replies are just so funny, it's really concerning. Perhaps that's why he isn't in Philly or New Orleans anymore. You gotta remember, lots of these grown men get a pass through school because of their athletic talent, so they're not that sharp in some areas. Actually, a lot of grown men act like this, sadly. I know one that does. Antonio Brown is crazy. It's called immaturity. I don't know why, but seeing Twitter threads like this where people are just getting so mad together, it's just so funny to me. Anyway, I'm excited to have Gardner Johnson. The hate's crazy, and fuck the